this one.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Whitney merciless. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Check 13. Check 13. Easy. 54 Mike.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Corey Clement. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Easy. Check. Watch 54.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield.
Last stop.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. Back to the back behind 54. I got you. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Come on. Turn back. Flip it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. They complete it to Hill. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Jameis now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Running right, this is Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it, because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge, and those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Working out of the gun, Winston. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a gain of 35. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Royce Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Let's go!
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Now a first down throw. Watson is going to let this go deep for Lee. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. But you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Easy.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Flush to his right. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Off of play action, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Prater for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mark Barron. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 22, check cover. 22, check cover. Switch.
On 2nd and 1, Winston, and he rifles one incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Levante David in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
61. Match box. Right. Wait. 54. Easy. Check. Watch 54.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Gets this one to Juszczyk. Call it a pickup of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, it's Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. A first down throw for Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Rip left, rip left. Out, 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 out. Wait.
Here's Winston. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another first down.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards on first down. This is Geis. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 32-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is the running back, Powell. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much since. A shotgun snap for Watson. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. The receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Watch the screen. Sunday. Watch the screen. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, let's get a good version. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9. Winston. He's got a rifle, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 47 yards. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready. White 25. 52's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Freeman again, first down carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they got 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now Winston. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Royce Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run with Powell. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bilal Powell His 5th touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Panthers do get a bit closer. Myers connects on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
Out of the gun, Geis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Watson now to throw on 3rd down. And an alley to run. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it. What do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the
something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 37. And the return will stop right around the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
We want it. Hey, let's go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. T.Y. Hilton once again, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? Black 25 behind.
Here we go.
Come on. Sunday.
Check.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. So that one will get him halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Ready? Black 22.
Army.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.